The Harvard situation. Trump has declared full-scale war on Harvard, and like so many things he does, there's a kernel of a good idea there.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have Kulinski going in on Bill Maher. Bill Maher is talking crap about the Gaza-Israel situation. Kulinski is giving the facts. I'm giving my commentary. Let's watch.
The Bill Maher of, say, 2016. Remember, in 2016, he was pro-Bernie, one of the few voices in the media that was pro-Bernie. He supported Bernie. Then by 2020, he was supporting Amy Klobuchar, which makes no sense, of course. If you're the same guy that supported Bernie, you can't support Amy Klobuchar. She's one of the most conservative Democrats. He's one of the most left-wing independents, right? And then by 2024, of course, he was flirting with MAGA. He likes to play footsies with MAGA under the table. But ultimately, he still fancies himself as this, like, enlightened centrist. You know, those people who pretend to see nuance where there is none and pretend like bipartisanship is always, by its very nature, something that's good, right? Well, he had on Jake Tapper, and man, there is so much about these clips I'm about to show you that drive me up a wall. Let's start with this one here. They're talking about Trump's war on academia, where he's trying to destroy higher education in this country. He's trying to literally take them over. He's trying to do MAGA affirmative action. Let's get more conservatives in there, more fascists in there to parrot our ideology. Let's force these universities to not allow pro-Palestine free speech. That should be banned. So all the talk about free speech, we love free speech. Out the window for Bill Maher, out the window for Donald Trump when it comes to the issue of Israel. Wow, what a shocker. They never meant it. They weren't principled. All right, well, here we go. We're going to talk about it. Listen to what he says.
The Harvard situation. Trump has declared full-scale war on Harvard, and like so many things he does, there's a kernel of a good idea there.
No, there's not. He can't help himself. This is what an enlightened centrist does, right? Oh, well, you know, if you're really nuanced, or if you really try to steelman the argument, you could see that maybe fascism has a point or two, bro. Do you realize how fucking stupid this looks? And that's why, by the way, there is no appetite in the country right now for this centrist bullshit. Because this centrist bullshit, you're just a soft fascist. There's the hardcore fascist, and there's the soft fascist. If they're full fascists and you want to meet them halfway, that means you're half fascist. It is what it is. Now, you could cry about that, you can whine about that, you could say I'm smearing you or whatever the fuck. No, that's the reality of the situation. You're looking for points of agreement in his hostile takeover of universities? Are you?
And for no good reason, Bill Maher is going to say, oh, there's a kernel of a good idea. Like, there's no reason why you should be saying that that's a good idea. Where in the American way is it a good idea to want to tell people what they can and cannot say? I don't think that anyone, even if you're a centrist, I don't think that anyone agrees with you. I don't think that anyone is wanting to say, hey, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's police what people can say and what they can think, and, you know, make sure that no one can, speak their brains truly against all of the terrible things that are going on in the world right now, against Trump, against anything that's going on that represents this, this fascist state. Come on, man. It doesn't make sense. Where is the good idea? Please explain to me what the good idea actually could be.
You fucking mental?
There's a kernel of a good idea there. I mean, I've been shitting on Harvard long before he was.
You went to Cornell.
That's not why. No. It's because Harvard is an asshole factory in a lot of ways that produces smirking fuckfaces. Okay.
Thank you.
From quite literally the biggest smirking fuckface in the country, he says Harvard creates smirking fuckface asshole factory, right? Those words describe you perfectly. You are a smirking asshole fuckface, smug, arrogant prick. You are the most arrogant of them all, and by the way, you're sitting across from a couple others here too. The nerve of this man. The nerve.
Are you from Harvard?
He has 3 degrees from Harvard. He has 3 degrees from Harvard, so he is...
Present company accepted. I think we all...
I've been indicted. He's a fuckface times 3.
Well, okay.
There's the Dartmouth guy.
But I could name a lot of people.
All right, so we're just getting started. Yeah, maybe he's got some points with his hostile takeover of universities where he's trying to, like, destroy higher education in this country forever and make them fascist and take away free speech rights. Maybe he's got a couple points. All right, so now Jake Tapper, here we go. This is continuing the conversation here, going after, like, higher education and all the problems with higher education as Trump, again, does an authoritarian fascist takeover of the universities. Listen to what he says here about the students.
It has to do with an academic theology of oppressor and oppressed.
Yes.
If you only look at the world as oppressor versus oppressed, you then have to choose in a conflict, this group is the oppressor, this group is the oppressed. It's also why, for example, there have been conflicts on other college campuses where gay students have protested things that are going on in Muslim countries having to do with the LGBTQ community in those countries. And the gay students are made to be the oppressor because a lot of them are white. And that's also what's going on when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The Israelis are made to be the oppressor, the Palestinians the oppressed, and on and on and on. And
this is straight up Republican talk. This is exactly what they sound like. This is, oh, yeah, they always want to call me the oppressor, and I'm just one here. All I want to do is just speak my mind. All I want to do is just say what I want to say. All I want to do is just not see any different type of person around me. I don't want to walk into a Walmart and see minorities. That's what they sound like. That's exactly how this goes, to where it's like, oh, hey, I don't want to do this and that, but I'm not the oppressor. I just want to speak my mind. I just want to say what comes to my mind. And it's like, okay, well, I'm glad you just showed your ass. I'm glad you just spoke your mind. Now I'm going to talk to you as an equal. I'm going to say, you cannot say that. You cannot say those things. And for anybody who's listening, who's actually like paying attention, yes, I get it. This whole thing does seem very, very contradictory. It seems like, okay, well, why are you telling people that they can't say things? But you're fighting for your right to speak freely. I'm fighting for everyone's right to speak freely. It's more or less that if you're going to say something that is, hey, look, I'm going to make sure that I'm staying in a position of power, then you also have to own that. You have to own the fact that you're saying, hey, look, I'm really talking as an oppressor, but you can't call me the oppressor. It's like, well, I can call you that because you are that. And you can't say that you're not the oppressor if you're doing oppressive shit. It's as simple as that. But then people want to say, oh, they want to try to catch you like they think that you're a hypocrite or something. And it's so stupid.
Part of what's going on at Harvard, that theology, that way of looking at the world.
So first of all, as I believe it was Cody said on Twitter, this is literally just like recycled Jordan Peterson 2017 type shit. That's all this is, right? Like, you're just taking Jordan Peterson's greatest hits and rolling them out, right? Oh, it's the oppressor versus oppressed framework, and it doesn't fit everywhere, but they try to fit it everywhere. No, Jake. In a scenario where Israel is literally doing a genocide of Palestinians in Gaza, you don't need to make Israel the oppressor and make Palestinians the oppressed. That just is the nature of reality. Yes, if one side is an apartheid ethno-state and they are literally holding Palestinians in an open-air prison, controlling the borders completely, and this is pre the genocide, by the way, that I'm talking about, that is oppression. That is oppression. It's an open-air prison. That's what it is. That's oppression. Then when you start going in there and carpet bombing innocent people, you bomb hospitals, you bomb schools, you bomb UN buildings, you bomb World Central Kitchen workers, you massacre paramedics, bulldoze their bodies and put them in a mass grave and then lie about it after the fact. You snipe innocent children in the head, as the New York Times reported. You do all of these things. You set up a humanitarian zone, tell Palestinians to go there, then when they're going there, you murder them, and then lie about it after. Yes, if oppressor and oppressed has ever been accurate, which it is many times, here's an example of it. Here's an example of it. This fucking bullshit. I hate this, the fake nuance of like, bro, it's actually like a really complicated conflict and you got to look at it from these 17 different perspectives. And then when you do that, if you have an opinion that's pro-Palestinian, shut up, because then you're not looking at it nuanced enough, bro. But what you got to do is look at it and it's really complicated. You got to throw your hands up and go, both sides have a point, and then sit there and shut up as they do a massive genocide and ethnic cleansing right in front of our faces and they broadcast it in front of the world. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you. The reality of the situation is, yes, Jake, sometimes oppressor and oppressed narratives are factually correct. Here is the clearest one in the world. Would Jake Tapper say that the Nazis were the oppressors and the Jews were the oppressed in Nazi Germany.
And I saw something the other day that I really liked. It's not that you're wanting to change places, right? It's not that you want to switch the scenes and have somebody where the oppressed is now the oppressor and so on and so forth. We don't want that. The oppressed does not want that. That's not what's going down. That is a fear that, you know, that people can profit off of, that people can use to make sure that they never have to leave, to make sure that they never have to give up this position of one, like I am the top dog. You know what I mean? What the oppressed want at the very end of the day is to say, fuck all that. Fuck the system that has this hierarchy even instilled in it. We're bigger than this. We have grown bigger than this. This is not the freaking, you know, Georgia the jungle ass shit that we're living in. This is something bigger. We have enough money now to where nobody has to be hungry. So why is this still going on? We have grown as a people, as a species. So, I mean, I don't get why we're still holding on to these, you know, just dumbass ways of being, this hierarchical way of being that has gotten us this far, I will give it that, but is now growing so old and so pathetic.
My guess is he would say, yes, that was accurate. That fit then. Well, guess what? It's the same fucking thing now with the Palestinians in Gaza, the innocent Palestinians, and with the Israeli government. And by the way, don't even get me started on the polling in the country of Israel, because it's like, what, 82% of them say they support the ethnic cleansing of Gaza and reoccupying the land, something that Ben-Gvir and Smotrich are literally out there saying, yeah, don't be afraid of victory. We're going to reoccupy the land. We're going to steal it. They're saying that. If I point out that objective reality and say, you know, that's oppression, you don't get to say, well, actually, bro, you can't even use that framework because, you know, it's like not even, it's more complicated than that and stuff. Shut the fuck up. This is the enlightened centrist way of trying to gaslight you on the issue of Israel and Palestine, right? The enlightened centrist way of trying to gaslight you is to say, it's all very complicated and you don't understand it. You don't have a degree in it, so you need to be humble and shut the fuck up as these atrocities happen on a daily basis. You don't need a degree to know bombing innocent children is bad.
Y'all for tuning in, man. Look, this is just another day having to fight all of this bullshit, having to fight all these idiots that are in the name of tolerant. They're in the name of, hey, look, I want to be tolerant, even of the intolerant. I want to, you know, I want to be the bigger person. I want to be the person who is out here for everybody. And you can't. You cannot tolerate the intolerant at the end of the day. There has to be some type of line drawn. So let me know what you guys think. Please give your opinions in the comments on everything that's happening. I think that this is a very big situation that's going on. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon.